Okay.
Anything you'd like to look for, do?
Not that I can think of at this exact second.
Sure thing. Uh, then we will go with H real quick since chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
So H. Um, you kind of hop off the cart while it's moving. You're not going fast, so it's pretty easy. You uh, kind of head on into the uh, building that seems to be a potion store of some kind. Uh, run, kind of start to step inside. A little bell rings uh, from above. It's a bit of a cramped store. The inside darker than it was on the outside. Uh, the window seemingly having a bit of a dark tint to it. Uh, herbs and different plants hang to dry out around the place, and different items are all in little cabinets around the room. Uh, only a handful of things, like the more raw ingredients, out to openly access. Um, a counter rests on the other side of the room, but no one seems to have come to the uh, come to attend to you yet. Uh, you hear a bit of movement from behind like from a back room, uh, as while the noise is coming closer and someone seemingly coming to attend. You feel you feel something brush against your leg. A little cat has uh, is rubbing up against you.
Meow.
Kitty.
Me now.
Design the new I am Bones' new character. I am the cat.
I am the cat. Me now.
Minna.
I'm a kid. Hi, G. Come look at my lair.
As you look at this cat, though, a uh, younger looking uh, human woman comes from behind from the back room. Uh, steps in and says, "Ah, hello there. Sorry, I was just attending to sign. The owner of the shop isn't here right now. She's out gathering some herbs, but I'd be happy to help if I could. Yes, I'm running this shop for the time being. Uh, uh, Sandra, a pleasure. I Are you a traveler? I A long way from home.
Yeah, she's on.
For the standard potions, the for a proper healing draught, you'll be looking. Um, let's see here. She starts like flipping through a little book on the counter. And goes, healing. Um, are you looking for uh, a more instantaneous potion, or a? Are you looking for medicine? All right. For the more arcane side of things, the going rate of a potion of healing is about 50 gold. I'm sorry to say the ingredients for them aren't that common around here. I oh well that one potentially. I I'm sorry, I can't really be making these decisions. Um, the uh the mistress of the shop should be back um within likely after a couple more hours. Um, if you come back then or any time tomorrow, I'm sure she would be able to. Yes. Uh,
Perfect.
yes, it will. Oh, yes. Um, it's nearby. It's not like up against your leg at this point, but it has like I'll say like it's laid down. Its back on its side. It's back against the counter, and its paws kind of stretched out, like tapping at your boots.
Oh, baby.
Oh, curse you.
Flips through
Where's that
book.
page in my notebook?
Oh, flips through book.
Uh, yes, you'll be looking for Miss Tira. Oh, I'm sorry about him. The cat just kind of the cat doesn't react much. Uh, the eyes close as you pet in a bit of a purr. Uh, still just laying there though. She's, "Ah, I'm sorry. He can be such a handful. At this point, you could say that. Just start was wandering around nearby. Well, at this point, yeah, we've taken care of him for the last year, so. He has a little dragon. You have a dog. I don't think you're sharing the dog with anyone.
No, you just have a dog. Right. Yeah, you have a dog, Brom has a dragon.
Oh,
You know what?
you just pick up the cat. Okay.
Easy ration.
Make me another animal handling check for picking it up.
Me now. I'm going to
Uh,
kill you.
Me now.
as you kind of go
I
to like
kill you.
put your hand under to kind of scoop it up, the cat lets out a louder uh, yeah, as it kind of jumps up and scurries away behind a table. It's still nearby. It hasn't like run off completely, but
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
yeah.
No.
Sorry about that. Um,
All right. We'll see you again at some point. Uh, sounds good. Until then. Uh, it's been a couple of minutes of you talking. You kind of look back to where the group is, and you can see them across the bridge now, heading up the hill. So you'll just have a few minutes to kind of catch up to. Well, actually, I will say
And
there's
that's the
probably
church where I used to work.
with you guys having a few carts and you were in the lead. There's probably still a cart not too far away from where you are. Like, you could probably run to catch up with the last one in line, and then
Hop on in.
catch up with the
Hang out with
group
those
later.
guys.
Yeah. You hop onto like you wave them down. The cart slows down, and you hop on. Uh, a uh, a group of mercenaries you haven't really spoken with much before sits in this one. I actually have a. I actually used to have notes on each group, so let me see how much I actually had prepared for this one. You guys know my preparing is very even and very thorough.
Either you're
Very
incredibly
thorough.
prepared or like not at all. There's no in between.
Correct. Where is this page?
Either super prepared or you just have a page that just says MILF.
I do not have that in my notes.
I know you
I have that in
I
my
know you
notes.
know Bone. Or not Bone, fucking Raz. I know who you are.
Clay,
I know who
Um,
I
every
wanted
member of
that
your
game.
notes. Those aren't Raz's notes.
Those aren't Raz's notes, but there are probably some other people's notes.
Oh yeah,
How'd you
by the
guys,
speaking
how'd
of
you guys
notes,
find my notebook?
we have exactly this is session 28, which is the one that I'm on. Is 100 pages of notes for the
Yippee!
so we set a little milestone. But yeah,
Hubris of the Tinkerer.
Hubris of the Thinker.
Hubris.
Hubris.
but yeah,
I
no, you
have
hop into this one,
19
and it
pairs
is
of gold.
a group all of humans. You kind of saw that there was seemingly another one up at the front of the cart, at least one from the side that you could see. Uh, I was gonna say, but yeah, you see a group of that's ironic. You see a group of just in the back here, four humans, dressed in various equipment. Some more in like, well, some in lighter armors. You see, so I'll put it this way: you have one in lighter armor, leather, another in uh, more uh, like robes, in a sense. One wearing uh, partial armor, like a half plate situation, and the other one dressed fully in a suit of armor. Uh, all sitting in here. Very much, you can see that they are an organized group. They have um, like they almost seem to be like uh, all wearing similar colored robe and uh, armor, all seemingly of the same make. You recognize these people from the ship as um, a group of mercenaries whose job was to be additional security for the expedition, known as the Fire Spitters. That's about all you know of them personally. Uh, they all kind of look at you as you grab a seat uh, in the back of the wagon. And, the one in robes will look to you and go, "Well, uneventful, so acceptable." Really? Well, none that we've come across yet, but don't get too comfortable. Yeah, you're catching a ride up. Miss Maybell,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the back of the front cart. As it is, you can feel it start to come to a stop. Um, kind of looking out the back, you see that you have just passed through the front gates to uh, your home.
The estate.
Yeah, the estate. Uh, you see a few of the uh, guards, knights uh, of the house, uh, kind of posted by the front doors as you pass through. Um, as after a few more moments of uh, coming up the front entranceway, the cart comes to a complete stop. Uh, I assume you hop out of the
Yeah, I would
cart,
hop out.
and up ahead, uh, stepping out, you can see the uh, head, the head servant, the butler of the house, uh, stepping out front to greet you all inside. See him standing by the front gate as you approach and say, "Ah, Miss May, Lady Esther, it's a pleasure to have you back.
Good to be back. I'm only here for a little while, though.
Well, come inside. I'm sure your parents will be delighted to see that you've made a return. Who might this all be?"
Oh, this here is,
I'll be standing behind her menacingly.
this is Jade. He's one of my compatriots that, uh, uh, was accompanying me on my travels with Reinberg.
I see, and has Reinhardt joined you here today, or is he still off in his studies?
Right now he's on a different mission than from us.
I see. Well, I'm sure when we'll have our chance to uh, let him uh, say hi to everyone as well later on.
Hmm.
Uh,
Should be here in about, 2-ish days, I believe.
I see. All right. I'll make sure to have everything ready for his arrival.
Right. Thank you.
Apologies if uh, we were not aware of how we were given information that you would all be coming. Uh, we're just a bit behind on getting the guest house ready for you all.
That's fine. Go on your own pace.
Yeah, we'll, we'll make sure everything's just right for your visit, uh, Lady Esther.
Thank you.
Now, come inside. I'm sure your folks would love to see you.
And I'll walk inside.
Uh,
Right
a
behind
few
her.
other servants of the house come out and start to assist in the unpacking and guiding of the other members of the caravan. Um, basically showing them where they will be staying, taking some of the luggage, uh, guiding them to the guest house where they will be staying for the next few days.
Hmm.
Um, but for you, and I assume Jade in tow, uh,
Yeah.
you both head inside, um,
Hear me? Hello?
and as
Hello.
you step, uh,
I'm just make sure you can hear me. Sorry.
yeah, we can hear you.
No worries, you can hear
Uh,
you.
as you step in through the front door into the foyer, um, you see uh, a familiar, a very familiar face to you come running down the stairs. Um, for what I say in what order. Can you give me a perception?
Okay. 19.
19. Sorry, I'm also just trying to find things while I'm the most organized DM you've ever
The
seen.
most organized DM you've ever seen.
It's true.
Somewhere.
Over the window?
What?
Somewhere?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. We're fine. We're chilling.
It's okay.
Get that. I was gonna place down a token of your mother, but I don't know where that token's gone. Oopsie daisy.
Whoopsies.
It was here somewhere. Uh,
I know I sent you a picture of her. I don't remember if I pre-made a token or not. Or did you make one?
I love
I
looking
made
at
it.
I love looking at people who draw armor and then looking at the armor and then like realizing that if whoever's wearing that if they like bent over they would just slice themselves in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
Nobody, they don't know
There's like
practical.
big, ginormous like blades on like the shoulder guards, or like they just lift their arms and like cut their head off.
Yeah.
Okay. Despite the fact I definitely had it at some point, it's not there. Is it still on that other?
Guys, what if I was Freddy Five Bear this whole time?
What if
That
I
would be
was
scary.
I can't. You guys aren't gonna believe it, but my new character is Freddy Five Bear.
Fuck. It's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Why
Why
did
didn't
I?
I think of that?
Still have it
Warforged Warlock.
tucked away over here.
I can't believe my next character is gonna be a samurai fighter in full, like samurai gear, but he's just Mario.
Just Mario.
It ain't pretty, but that
Mario.
There you go.
Uh,
Mario.
you see,
Yippee!
an astral elf much akin to Miss Mabel, coming quickly down the stairs. Miss Mabel, with your perception, you'll immediately see that your mother, despite only a few months having passed, seems to look strangely older than before. Uh, a bit of like a bit more uh, like a bit skinnier, a bit darker spots under her eyes, as she comes down the stairs and goes, "Oh, Esther, come here. It's been so long."
Oh, Mama, it's been so long. She gives her a
Uh,
big old hug.
your mother returns and then looks back and goes, "Ah, and you must be one of her adventuring friends."
Yes.
"It's a pleasure to meet you. Uh, Mr. Mrs.
You just call me Jade.
Jade. It's a pleasure."
I stick my hand out to shake, but I don't know
Uh,
if she wants to.
oh, she goes and shakes your hand. A strong grip on her for a noble shakes your hand. And come along, we gotta. Uh, let's go to the. Let's take a step to the study. We can. I can get someone to bring us some tea. We can catch up.
That would be lovely, Mama.
Uh,
Don't
she
worry,
kind
Jade. Don't worry, Jade. We got pastries.
of she kind of looks over to one of the servants in the room and uh just kind of you hear her say, "If you wouldn't mind," as the servant steps out to start handling that matter. Um, as you all are brought into the into a study, there's a writing desk at the back. The walls are lined with bookshelves, and in the middle of the room is a couple of nice couches with a table in the middle. Come now, take a seat. What have
Sitting
you
there.
what have you been getting up to on your missions? You have barely gave me a sending this whole time.
I've been real busy, Mama.
Oh, I know. There ain't nothing that can keep you down. But tell me, how's your adventure been going?
I believe it's going well. Uh, we had a run-in with some ghosts.
Really?
Uh, yeah. Uh, that was very interesting. I don't really remember a whole lot of it.
Yeah, there were a bunch of
A lot of things
Rose,
happened.
old Ghost of the Rose Knights, I think. They real nice.
Oh yeah, that was more recent.
Oh,
I do
just talking
remember
about
that. I was talking
no,
about,
like the Wizard Ghost.
yeah, when you found that box.
Oh yeah, that lady. Yeah, I don't remember much about her. She had a cool
You,
cat though.
you having a lot of run-ins with ghosts.
Not a whole lot. There's just been a few that come up.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm sure that's not everything. I assume you want to probably skip over small
Yeah,
talk and catching up.
I will give her details of what I remember. Like, oh yeah, we uh like we're in a cave with a bunch of things and we talked to a dragon guy or whatever the fuck.
Uh, your mother will show great interest in each and every one of your stories. Every now and again, uh, once you've shared yours, she will tell you of a time that reminds her from her adventuring years. Uh, and as you are all, as you're taking some time to catch up, H, H,
H.
Jeremiah. There we go.
There he is.
uh, uh, your cart then, while the others are inside already, your cart catches up to the building with the rest. As you kind of stop by the front entrance, um, you hear uh, as it comes to a stop, you hear a like knocking on the metal from the driver's side. As all of the others in the cart start to stand up and hop out. You hop out, and um, I'll ask this, Clay.
hmm
Um, would Miss Maybell have mentioned uh, uh, Floyd at this point?
Yeah.
Um, then yeah, as you're hopping out of the cart along with these adventures, a uh, servant will come up to you, H, and say, excuse me, you're the Mr. Floyd, yes? Uh, your other companions are in the drawing room if you'd like to. Uh, follow me to join up with the rest. Uh, yeah, you hop out as you see the four who, uh, or the group of adventurers who you caught a ride with, uh, kind of unloading the supplies from the cart. Um, One sec. I just need to. Uh, what's your passive perception? 14. Um, I'll say one thing catches your eye as you kind of look back to the group of people you were just with. Um, like they are moving fast. In that they have all, just as you're kind of getting to the door, they've already mostly equipment are walking away with it. Uh, you see the no, this is the mercenaries who you. Yeah, you see the armored individuals carrying some of the larger bags and equipment, setting it kind of aside to be taken to the guest house. Uh, you see them, you see the uh, robed individuals. The cart's already unmanned at this point. They've already gone out and are working on that. Um, yeah, as uh, yeah, you head inside and are guided to the room where the other two are sitting around. There's already a teapot and teacup set out for all of you, and a little tray of snacks in the middle of the table.
Half of them are gone and in Jade.
Yes. Uh, Miss Maybell's mother speaks up and says, "Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say." Ah, I'm on the wrong page to say your full name. Uh, I'm. They refer to me as Lady Maybell, but it's all right, baby. You all can just call me Nix. That's me. Now, as we as we were just saying, uh, and continues on with small talk conversation.
Mhm.
Uh, they seem to just be talking about uh, your guys' adventure so far.
I don't exactly say absolutely everything,
I would figure.
but leaving out like a few
Yeah,
little
tell
bits, like
Jade.
the time we killed Coma, or the
Oh, you.
time that Viper died.
Oh, so you killed a man brutally in a back shed. Oh, you're just like your mother.
What?
Just a joke. Just a joke.
That's how
A
you were
joke.
born.
What?
I almost
Isn't that how
spat
we're
out my
all
drink.
born? I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my god.
Um,
Oh, that was so funny.
but anyways, so uh, time passes as you chat with your mother. Um, after a short while, uh, after a while, you hear the door open from the uh, other end of the room as a very short man with uh, gray hair uh, who walks with a cane uh, steps out and goes, I'll be. Esther, it's been so long.
Oh, Dad, Father. That's the words that I was looking for.
Uh,
Uh, get up.
You have to say it like
I
Phoebe.
get up and I go hug
Oh,
him.
uh, I will note as well, Miss Maybell's mom is a tall elf. Uh, Miss Maybell is a probably average size for a human individual, and her dad is a halfling. So Between it's tricky because elf versus halfling,
Yeah.
where elves live for like for thousands of years. Halflings usually make it to about 150.
I think about a
Um,
century-ish.
You know, Miss
yeah.
Paper being halfling is so yeah. So
Um,
accurate. Yeah. That explains so much.
Yeah.
which I'm also going to just make note. Miss Maybell is over 100 years old.
I was gonna say, like, it was really funny because you were like, father. I was like, who calls their dad father? And then I thought about it for a second. And I was like, oh, wait, I do that. I do that a lot.
Do you?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just not gonna say that.
Um, but if you want to make me a insight, I can give you a rough gauge for. He is very old though. It's the difference uh in creature type.
Sometimes I forget that you're like genuinely a freak, and then you remind me.
Sometimes I forget you're genuinely a freak.
That's
Uh,
just you go. Oh, she's a little young and good looking. And I'm like, what? I had to like double
Stop hitting on my mom.
kind of double take for a second.
Miss
I mean,
Maple,
like,
how old is your mom?
I'm like, it's understandable, bro. Like, you're you. You know, don't stop being you. But also, like, what the hell, man?
What? Put that plate down.
Wild.
Stop hitting on my mom.
Absolutely wild.
anyways,
Anyways.
uh, so, yeah. So your father comes in, you give him a hug, as he looks to the other two and says, "Oh, and the rest of you, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Uh, I'm Duke Maybell. Welcome to my home. Looks back to you, Miss Maybell. I see the Void Reinford has enjoyed this time.
Yeah, he's on a mission right now. He should be back for in about 2-ish days.
I see. I see. Well, I'll make sure that when he gets here, we have a nice family dinner together. Uh, I should note, though, that don't mean you're at a family dinner tonight either.
Of course.
Make sure it's extra nice when we're all here together. Now, the rest of you. So, sorry, your name was, young man? Floyd. And you, the slime and bone one. Your name's
No,
Jade. Nice to meet you.
yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Wow, you read my name.
How did you almost know my name?
I have approximate knowledge of most things.
A little red, hi, my name is name tag.
It's like
Yeah,
half
it's floating
dissolved.
inside.
It's just the hi, my name is, and then the name part is gone.
It's why he knew Jade, not G. Leech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Chicka Slim Shady.
No, but, well, I'm very happy to have you all here. Now, I didn't get we didn't really get the full message from your Arentium messenger that came through. Are y'all just passing by on a journey, or?
Right. She, uh, we are here to ask a sort of request.
Really? Well, as you know, honey, I'll do anything in my power for you.
on our travels, we found some research notes from a wizard type of person, and they're doing a lot of research on death and all that. And we gave those to the Paragon to see if she could, see what she could deduce from it. And she has this theory that might get a bit of a more of an edge to the war. And
And
well, I would like to request if Paragon can have access to the vault.
oh, honey, you know only the head of the family can go down there.
I know.
Well, that's quite a conundrum now, ain't it?
She thinks that if she could read the text, that she could sort of. What's her exact words, Raz, again?
I don't remember her exact words.
I think it was like something like channel the old gods or something like that.
That's a part. Her like overall plan is something relating to trying to harness the power of an old god.
hmm
Uh, but her reason for going down there was more to find the information necessary to determine what she will be able to do to actually reach that goal.
hmm
To the one thing you do know is that is to partially to locate where this power would be.
hmm She thinks that uh, she might be able to find where to locate such a way to harness that. If that makes any sense.
I see. Well, get the voice right. Uh, well, uh, hmm.
If you need time to think on it, she won't be here for another couple days.
Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't mind just a bit of time to think on it. Uh,
All right.
yeah, because I'd love to help you out, honey, but there's some things down there that I don't I don't want to risk the gods frowning on me for my discretions. That could spell disaster for all of us.
I
But
understand.
Then why don't you get the book for us?
I don't know exactly what you're looking for. Oh, maybe I'd be able to talk with your. You said her name was Paragon.
Right.
What god?
Oh, that's just her title. Give me a moment. What was her real name? I know I have it in my notes, but it's so hard to read.
Do you want me to just tell you?
Yes, please.
Her real name is Nova Fire Basin.
Right, Nova Fire Basin.
Fire Basin. Uh, Now, she related? Ain't that the name of the king down that way?
That is correct.
So she So another noble of sorts, you're saying.
Mhm.
It also makes a political issue.
Damn, so many issues.
Uh, you really came here with quite the surprise for me, huh, honey?
I'm always
Well,
full of them.
I'm sure when she gets here, we can work everything out. Now, if she's got the kind of sway you say, we might need to start asking for something in return. That's all
Understood.
political talk for the rest of us. Nothing to concern yourself over.
All right.
In the meantime, how we go back? How we, are you want to. I should probably ask first. Are you going to be staying with your companions, or would you like us to uh, get a servant to go ready your old room for you?
I wouldn't mind seeing my old room again.
I'll make sure it's just the way you left it, honey.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, young man. Uh, Anywhere in particular you want to get a look at? Just a walk of the property it is then, huh? I'm sure I can I'm sure I can have one of the knights show you around. Uh, give you a look at the place. Uh, would any of the rest of you like to join him? Or
No.
Alrighty, just Floyd.
Cool. I want to talk to Miss Maybell.
Ooh.
Once everybody else leaves the room.
gotcha. I was gonna say, I'll send someone here right away. Now, Esther.
Yes, Father.
I'm. We're gonna see each other again for dinner, but I should get back to my work for the day. Uh, until then, if you need anything, you come knock it on my door, and I'll be right there.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Father.
Anything for you, sweetie. Now, the rest of you, are you all good here? Do you need any more refreshments or?
All good.
Jade already
Thank you.
has the entire tray in his body.
Slowly chugging the picture of whatever tea.
Tea.
Yeah, it's the picture, like the teapot is just floating inside Jade, like the tea is being sapped out of it.
No. He's just pouring it in like just a random tube.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
random tube.
No, I'm just
Quite
picturing
interesting
like your hand,
Quite interesting characters I have with me today.
just picturing like your hand, like jelly hand morphing into a teacup, and you're pouring it
Mhm.
into that.
Pouring it into your hand. It's just
Making the
It's just
slurping noises.
yeah, you
making the
just
slurping noises, and it just disappears through your arm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just what's the word? Why can't I think of it? Something slowly spreading into another
Oh
medium.
crap.
Um,
What is
Yeah,
the
it's
word?
okay.
thing is, I should know this.
Wait for what?
What is the word for something like for a malleable like a liquid in a liquid or a gas in a gas?
Like diffusing?
Diffusion, that's the word, yeah. Thank you. You see it diffusing into, like, the tea diffusing into the gelatinous body. Has no slurping noise.
uh,
I'll send someone right this way for you,
Mhm.
Mr. Floyd. The rest of you, again, my offer to my daughter stands for all you who are friends. If you need anything, come knocking on my door.
Very well.
Yeah,
Send you a
I,
message for this.
I saw you. As yeah, he is going to step out, and uh, a few moments later, um, a uh, a man dressed in formal but not really armored attire, with a sword at his side, will step in and say, "I was brought here to bring a Sir Floyd on a walk of the property. Is that correct?" Uh, Come along now. Oh, no worries. It's into my regular patrols. Uh, as you two step out of the room, before we get to you guys' thing, all that's left in the room is Jade, Miss Maybell, and her mom,
yep.
and the
After
other,
they all leave and
and the
such,
other Miss Maybell.
and the other Miss Maybell, Miss
I'm just
Maybell will
staring at
turn
your
to
mom.
her mother, um, and is father okay? I've noticed he's been coughing more than usual.
He's getting up there in his age, but it's it's definitely the years starting to wear on a bit more, but he's still doing everything he can to take care of land, take care of me, and to take care of you.
Can I insight?
Go ahead.
See if she's telling the truth. Oh, fuck. 12.
Well, seems to be telling the truth.
He works so hard.
Well, I help him out where I can, and he has a few helpers with him, people to help him go over all the papers and all the documents that need attended to. But we don't need to worry about none of that right now. Well, is there anything else you would like to... Got like caught between three accents there as I tried to start again.
All of a sudden,
Uh,
it's a shape changer. Ah, die! Your family's been replaced.
For a minute, I thought I was like, wait, Mrs. Maybell's father's talking again?
listen, I'm not good at voices all the
No,
time.
no,
I
all
get
good.
caught
I
in one too
genuinely do
easily.
the exact same thing myself. I get it.
The tricky part as well is that because it's a regional thing, I'm trying to keep all the voices like similar.
Hmm
trying to keep the country accent.
You can only do so much country.
Before they all just
Change up
start to
so much
merge.
country.
Right.
If you
I
couldn't
know.
tell, I kept on trying to bring Miss Vale's father back to older voice
Yeah.
because I kept on just sliding into country.
Yeah.
Get them just sliding into
Ah,
country.
but uh, but as she was going to be saying, well, shall I leave you two for a while and let you get accustomed back to being here?
Sure. That'll be fine.
All right. Well, you two take care now.
You too,
I'll, s-
Mama.
I'll send someone to get you at dinner time.
All right.
Um, as she then gets up and steps out of the room.
That went better than I thought. I don't know what I was so worried about.
Mm.
Well, he hasn't decided yet, so can't
I'm
really
gonna
have
look
much
around.
hope. No, that's the wrong term of phrase.
You're looking around?
I wanna look around and make sure we're alone.
Go ahead. Do you want to make a perception for that or just
6.
you're alone? It's not a hard roll. There's no one else here in the room.
There's no one else here but us.
Unless there is someone hiding in the walls, you're alone here.
Gotcha.
Unless there is someone in the
Like-
walls right now.
Jade, tell no one. I simulacrumed myself so I could go 2 places.
I snuck in here so I could steal at least one thing.
He brought me here too, I guess. I guess I'm okay.
Oops, all simulacrums.
Oops, all
So, I'm gonna ask Miss
Okay.
Who would make an entire place just full of simulacrums? What's wrong?
Yeah,
with
that'd be
Who?
dumb.
Who would do
you?
that?
Stupid. Why would you
I
do
would.
that?
Anyway,
You know how
focus.
boring that is? Like how
The
like
walls are
how
simulacrum.
it lacks any like progression in terms of personalities, and simulacrums, according to the rules, can't learn.
Alrighty, focus up, keys.
What's next? They gonna fucking raid like the
Mhm.
party? Huh? They gonna surround them?
Zagon's gonna talk.
So I'm gonna be real vague. I'm like, which floor is the library at?
I believe it's if it hasn't moved at all, it should be on the second floor, about 2 doors down to the left.
Mm.
Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm just trying to learn the layout. You know. That's is that the one we can go in or the one we're restricted from?
That's the one you can go in. I'm not gonna tell you where the vault is, Jade.
Oh, come on. He said down below, so it's downstairs, right?
Jade, I don't want you to get in trouble and or die.
It's just hypothetically. You know, hear me out. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I promised to keep an eye on you.
Right.
Where would it be? I'll wait. I'll wait.
I'll wait and make sure no one is there.
No, I'm waiting for the 2 days.
Good.
Until they tell us we can't get anything out of it.
You're not gonna go in there, period.
That's hypothetical. Hypothetical.
uh,
You know, like if I was to hypothetically stumble around naked and find it would be.
I'm not gonna tell you, Jade.
Just hot or cold, you know? Over there? Over there. That's
Jade,
what he's doing. He's
I,
pointing.
I, in my whole life living here, I
Mhm.
haven't even seen the door.
Uh-huh. Well, tell me everywhere you've been.
I'm not. You're not gonna go to the vault, Jade. I hate to tell you.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No. I'm
Jade,
kidding.
you got that
I'm
look
just
on
kidding.
your face.
What look? He takes the skull out, and it's just a blank. I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh, Ugh.
I mean, as long as it's not magical, I can go
I can
anywhere.
assure you, Jay, from what I heard, from everything I know,
Mhm.
I can assure you it's
Mhm.
magical.
Mm-hmm. The air vents too.
Do we even have air vents?
You do not have air vents.
What the hell is an air vent?
An Orentian thing.
So
I mean, they got them on the airship.
yeah, that's Orentian technology.
Wow, you guys are poor. I'm just kidding. You wasted all your money on the size of this house and not on the good stuff. I'm just kidding. I don't know shit about. I don't even know what the word hypothetical means.
Uh,
I
This
had
is hypothetically speaking, of course.
hypothetically speaking, of course. Uh,
hypothetically. Well, I'm just gonna get up and wander around. Don't worry. Be all good.
don't wander too far. Don't touch anything you're not supposed to.
Oh no.
Alright?
Pinky promise.
If you break it, I'll break your pinky. Just like-
I just look at it and like it comes off anyways.
it comes up anyways.
Uh, which way is the kitchen?
Downstairs. Can't miss it.
Jade goes wandering off to find the kitchen, I assume.
Yes.
Alright, while you two are doing what you do, H. Uh, the knight starts walking you just down the hall while they're still inside the room. He goes, "So, where can I guide you? The front or the back of your courtyard?" Back. Alright. Right, you did. As you two just start walking down the halls towards, like back down to the first floor and then out the back door. He doesn't really say much as he guides you. Yeah, I was just making sure before I say anything if you. Well, from my knowledge, uh, the manor has the Duke and Duchess have been here long before I begun working in their service. I began working here only. It would be 20 years ago now. From what I've heard, they've owned this place for over a century. And from what I know, it's been here for at least a century before that, even. Well, as much as we can. It's much uh, with any building of larger importance in this country. All are built upon sites that were considered once important, but that just, if you ask me, I think it's also just that they built this land in as lazy a way as possible. I mean,
Halflings.
why waste time when there's already half a wall still there?
It's like, come on, boys, gotta get this up in time for third breakfast.
The usual you'd expect: swordsmanship, uh, horse riding, archery. Well, it's more just, if we're not going to battle, then no point wearing uh,
Yeah, you have to be a
heavier
diva.
heavier armors. It's to, more than anything, it is for the formality of the position rather than the uh, efficiency.
You gotta be a diva.
The Duke and Duchess, they're the ones in charge of this entire region. Second only, of course, to the uh, king and royal family themselves. He's a very kind man. He's always put the people first here. True followers of the belief of life and death. Well, I'm sure that in part it's just because that's what they were raised to follow. Um, but for this town in general, legend has it, though we don't know the exact truth of the matter, but legend has it that this is the uh, home of the uh, goddess of life and death before the collapse and before the fall of the old gods. As you're walking through, it's a very natural place. Um, Greenhouses are built here and there, and like seating areas built into old ruins. But there are lots of well-grown trees, and, shrubbery all throughout. Despite everything, unlike what you would expect from a lot of nobles, uh, things seem to grow a bit more freely here, less meticulously trimmed. Yes, back in the main house. Roll me a persuasion check, not a hard DC. 14. He'll go, no, it should be left unlocked. After all, he hasn't been here for. Well, I believe he's only stopped in a couple of times over the last few years of his studies.
Yeah, where are you? Like,
It's why he left for the Arentias. He traveled off to go study. What's that word they use for it? Artifacting? No, not artifact. Um, the building of those metal devices. The that and other such things. Yes.
H, what class am I? what you. Okay, just fine.
From what I've heard, he's very skilled, but I've yet to hear what exactly he works on particularly. Uh, I sorry to say not seen I've not seen much of his work, and again, he's only been here a few times over the last. Perhaps. Uh, yeah, you start to. Uh, yeah, you start to head back towards the uh, main area of the. Um, and don't worry, Jacob, I do see that. You start coming back to the manor. Um, you head inside and start going down a kind of side wing, not going through the same door you exited through. Uh, you just start going through the side wing and come up to a room with um, you. I won't even make you do a persuasion or a perception for it. You come up to a door that's unlike the rest of the building, uh, or unlike other doors. Uh, there is a uh, one sec. Jacob, are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up to you.
No, I'm just asking to make sure of
I'm not
something.
saying everything. I'm saying anything.
Mhm. Um. Sorry, you said not. Oh, yeah, okay. I was make sure I heard the order of those words correctly. Uh. Um. So yeah, you start coming up to the door, and the only notable thing that's different about this room is there seems to be a like strangely compared to the others, there's a bit of like what would you call it? Like strangely a bit of almost like scratches on the paint of the door and a nail up higher up on the door.
God, I've made a monster.
Mhm.
Hold on. I'm just gonna stick there. Sorry.
'Cause, yeah, he starts to walk by it and then stops and goes, ah, right, there's the nail. This is the room. Uh, there's uh he'll open the door and just say like as he's just casually walking up to it, and he goes like, you can tell which, if you need to find here again, you can usually tell which room is his. Uh, there's whenever he's here, there's a sign up on his door saying to uh, give him space, but the servants tend to take it down when he's not around to keep the appearance of the place. Um, also on
Can
that,
it be just inside the door?
oh yeah, absolutely, it's like tucked in the room, like on a shelf, but it's uh, when you're not here, they take down the sign. Uh,
Cool.
and he will say, and just watch yourself. A couple of devices have uh, surprised the odd cleaner when they're passing through the room. My advice, leave the drawers alone. As he opens the door and
Clay, check your messages.
Reinford, how would you like to describe your room?
Right. The opening of the door immediately lets out a bit of what smells like oil and metal. As you step into the room, the first thing you notice is on the third shelf just to the left of your head is the sign he was talking about. As on it, it just is propped up and says, "Enter and die," and in subtext, "Accept Miss Maybell."
Mhm.
Um, as you
How
kind of look
many D-Raggies
around,
are
you
first?
see several small contraptions, either unfinished or what look to be kind of wrapped up and put into packages. The rest are these small piles of like uh, different knickknacks that are shoved into categorized containers and put on a large set of shelves. Over next to that, you see a hardwood desk that has what looks like several different drawings and depictions of different things he's been working on before. Some things are very much like listed out. On the right hand side, you see what looks like a door with a locked chain, though, as that might lead to another part of his room.
Perhaps. Oh, a moody lad that one is.
Mhm.
That's up to your
Uh,
interpretation, if you want. No, I'm telling Raz that actually.
Yeah, it's the Dungeon Master interpretation.
uh, no. Despite you being uh, from a rent, like having spent a lot of your life in Arentia, um, you've never been in the tinkering aspect of the nation. You've seen many drawings of the sort before, but nothing that you can really make out the information from. It's various blueprints, almost uh, like very messily arranged throughout the wall, but some of them schematics, some of them just notes. Uh, yeah. Uh, the mm, well, that's just how life goes, isn't it? But we do. Well, is there anyone else I can show you around?
Kill that man immediately. He's giving shape changer flags.
Mhm.
Okay, he continues to show you around the house. I'll ask this, Jade, while you're digging around the kitchen and other places, is there anything in particular you're doing? Cool. Miss Mayville.
Yeah.
Damn it, I didn't know I was muted. My bad.
Oh, you're all good.
So before I make it to the kitchen, I'm just gonna wander the house, just randomly.
Okay. Is
Until
there anything?
somebody stops me, and then I'm gonna tell them I'm looking for the kitchen.
Gotcha. Are you trying to be a bit sneaky about it?
At this moment, no.
All right. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Way down. No way down.
Oh, way down. Like you're looking for wherever this vault is hidden,
Yeah.
or just the basement in general, or
Yeah, just in general.
roll me
Any
an
staircase
investigation.
down. An investigation.
Get investigated, nerd.
12.
Um, you don't find anything leading to a basement. You Uh, look around. There doesn't even, from what you can tell, doesn't seem to even be a basement anywhere obvious. Uh, you make it a good ways though around traveling. A maid walking through the house with a kind of stack of cloths on top of each other stops by and goes, "Excuse me, are you looking for something?"
Yes, I'm looking for the kitchen.
My
Oh,
drawing software just crashed.
just this way. You're going down the wrong wing right now.
Oh,
I'm heading that way right now. You can just follow me for a little.
oh, thank you.
As you start going back down the other way, uh, as down a hall, she will say, "Just through that door there."
Oh, okay, thank you.
Of course. She continues to walk off. You find the kitchen. There's uh, several uh, individuals wearing very simple clothes and aprons, all moving throughout the room, preparing food of some kind.
I got you. Just weave in and out of them and just pick up random crap and eat it.
Uh, as you're kind of picking up another, like, as you're grabbing like a tomato, uh, start eating, you hear a voice from the other side go, "Hey, what are you doing? Out of the kitchen! Come on!"
I could just imagine Jade eating a tomato like a fucking apple.
Just staring at him.
"I
Not
don't know
moving.
who you are, but I ain't been given no, I haven't told no permission yet. Come on. Unless you can
Someone's
get the
yelling
Duke
at him like a
himself to come in
dog.
here and tell me you're allowed in my. Get out!
Just slowly
Y'all
walks
get
out.
scoot.
Come on, get along now.
Long get.
Come on, scram!"
Jay just blankly stares at him as he walks out.
Still holding a tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear as the doors kind of slam behind you, just, "Get here to work! Oh, stop your lollygagging!"
Mimic.
Uh,
I mimic him as I walk out.
I need that. I need that chicken pronto. I needed that chicken yesterday.
Sneaks
Where
back in.
is the lamb sauce?
Where is the lamb sauce?
Sneaks back in just to eat the chicken he was about to serve.
20 knives are thrown at you. You die.
I'm
Maybells
immune.
does
I'm
not
just
fuck
kidding.
around.
I'm immune to knives.
Every, everyone on the staff knows how to at least kill someone in several different ways.
He cast power word kill. You found the
I
secret
dodge.
lich.
You found the secret lich.
I've done you a favor. Bring me back to life.
Anyways,
Yeah, you're good.
anything else you're up to then? Once you've finished ransacking the kitchen a bit.
Yeah.
All right. And Miss Maybell?
I'll go take a look at my old room.
Yeah, you make your way through. Only a few more doors down from where you are now. You find the door to your old room. Pushing it open, the curtains are drawn to be a bit darker in the room, but it's exactly how you left it. Just tidy.
Go over to the taxidermy bug collection.
Go over to your little display cases of insects.
Of just different little insects. Just because it's funny. Just for funsies. Reminiscing, all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Cool. Would we like to do a bit of time skipping? And if so, how much would you guys like to time skip?
Until they get here. Or I find the bolt.
Yeah. Is there anything? Are you going to bring anyone else along, or do anything else before to?
There's a bit of dialogue I'd like to have with Grackle and Brom on the ship, by the way.
Yeah, we'll do that. In a,
Well,
Just
we'll do
throwing
that
that
when we
out
get
there
to
so
you.
it's not.
I just
No,
want
I
to get
know.
these guys a bit more ahead.
Yee, all good.
Mhm.
Yeah, dialogue with Grackle, right, guys?
Uh,
Anyways,
No, I'm still carrying him back to the ship. He's totally alive, right?
he's totally alive. Don't look at
Who
that
knows?
9-1 medicine check. It's fine.
I guess we'll have to see when
It's just like super dead.
Hey guys, I fixed Grackle. Look.
it's his body with like a watermelon where his head's supposed to be.
He's just like ashen cinders from where the
His
like
head is
flying
on
hit him.
backwards, like fully opposite direction.
You just put him down. It's just the fucking meme where you just fucking poke. Where the guy's just like poking at the thing. Just like, come on.
Please,
do
weekend at
something.
Bernie Grackle. It'd be so funny.
Weekend at Bernie's.
It's
I don't know what you're
Right.
talking about, Miss Mabel. He's fine. See, look, he's
They
got his
get him-
sunglasses on and everything.
they get him to all the way to the ship when Brom says, "Guys, I found Grackle." It just that's when he comically blows away with a slight gust of wind into dust.
Just.
You sure?
I have been killed.
Are the other two good with that?
Go with it. I'm fine with doing a time skip and
Well, I
also
said
switching to the others.
I'm like, we can either time skip or until I accidentally stumble past the place on their trip here.
Okay, someone remind me when we get back to those two. I'm gonna try and remember as well, but if I don't, when we get back to you all, remember to make me have Jade do another investigation roll later, and remind me to do the apothecary stuff.
Got it.
Not to sound bad, you could also have him do the investigation roll now and see if it even results in anything.
I could, but then I don't want to risk just forgetting what the roll is.
That's fair.
And I like to do things in one swoop. I don't want to be thinking about that while I'm doing something else. Just how I like to do order of things. Anyways, so back at the mountains. The storm is strong, but is starting to die out. You can see from the ship, Reinford. As it starts to die out, the airship is circling back to where it was once landed. As you can see down on the ground, Brahm is carrying Grackle in his arms.
Immediately leaping off the ship as it's within ground's reach.
Okay, yeah,
And-
still a minute before then, but yeah, once
shit.
you.
I mean, honestly, Featherfall.
Okay, the
storm is
problem is
subsiding, right?
The storm is subsiding. Problem is you're out, not up.
Oh, out, not up. Got it.
Like you could, but you'd probably get halfway to them and have to run up the mountain.
Yeah, let's not. Okay.
I will let you feather fall when you get close again.
Yep.
But just to make sure we're not, I'm not sending you off early. Rob, you can see the ship coming around again.
I think in this moment, Brahm would almost try and almost wrap his body, almost around Grackle, just trying to almost shield him from the potential storm until the ship gets here.
Yeah, you kind of put him over. You're not too worried, of course, because he's knocked out, but all up and up otherwise. Uh, as yeah, the ship kind of comes above you guys as you see from above Ryan jump out of the ship. Uh, take it away.
Jesus Christ, why are you carrying him?
Well, he didn't want to walk on his own, so, you know.
Crackle?
He got pretty banged up. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be awake for a moment.
Immediately over to him and like checking his vitals.
Make a medicine check.
You get
Right.
fucking I one too. That'd be so funny.
Please no.
Please, it'd be
He's
so
really
funny.
Give the chance to do the funniest
Please,
thing
it'd be so
ever.
funny.
No,
No!
not
Damn
exactly.
it!
Oh my
What
god.
was that about a net?
So, um, looking over the body, you first kind of go for the basic, like you check his pulse.
I'm also seeing like it's still tearing through winds, but for some reason like there's a bit of a like bubble around Brom, right?
Um,
Or is he
not
not
quite.
like being protected anymore?
He's protected, but not from weather entirely. It's that
Okay.
he's protected from the danger of the storm, not from like there's not a bubble of air around him.
Is it pouring rain? Is my question.
A light, like at this point, it's more like a very light rain, fog in the air, or like mist in the air, I should say.
I'll just raise my
But
repulsion shield up over mine and Brom's head, since we're pretty big guys, and like covering, like canopying over the top of the two of us and him, and
Mhm.
Crackle.
Yeah, with your one arm, you hold the shield up to keep yourselves dry from the remaining spitting of rain, but otherwise, the you use your other hand to like check Grackle's pulse, and for a moment you feel nothing, but looking closely, there is a very faint pulse still within him. You look over his body, and there are like burn wounds on him. And looking at another place, it seems like on his head there is because Grackle, you were wearing your were you wearing your mask when you
Oh yeah.
cool. You see like a crack along the mask, and where that connects to the body, uh, or like where that like connects, yeah, to where it connects to the head, the crack. You can see that it's hard to notice at first glance, but there was some serious damage there a moment ago. A bit of blood still remains around his head, but you take a close look and it's been already sutured back together with very faint, almost ethereal red threads.
I go to remove the mask.
You remove the mask. Grackle's eyes are closed. The mouth hangs open, but not like, but like just because his head's
Bleh.
tilted.
Yeah, resting
Yeah.
open mouth. I cure wounds him. When he doesn't immediately snap awake, I stick my fingers in his nose.
Nothing happens.
Right, he's not faking it at least.
I don't
But he is alive.
I don't think it's gonna help him.
Somehow. What is going on with this? Like running my thumb, like removal of gauntlet, and then like a rub of my thumb against like the finer threads along his forehead.
I tried to help the best I could. You know, I'm not good at this stuff.
It's all right, Brom. It's all right.
I love that
At
we
least he's
can't
alive.
hear Bro. I can't hear Ryan, so he kind of sounds like a kid who's gotten in trouble. He's like,
Yeah.
Um, I say, right, you did everything you could, Brom. Let's get him on the ship quickly. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
also, I met Lawful.
wait, met Erlotl?
Yeah, he kind of came down and let us start, gave me like a divine task and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. But we should get back on the
That's
ship first. Priorities.
right. Look, yes, let's do that. We can talk about this later.
Yeah, it was
Go
pretty
wreck the
cool though.
Falcon.
Not gonna lie.
If it wasn't already fucked up, I'd do it myself, but... Alright, yeah, give him to me. You've been through a lot with this.
Sure. As he goes ahead and hands Grackle kind of over to you.
Right, I'll take Grackle up onto the ship quickly and,
Yeah, since you've
give...
been looking him over, the ship has landed behind you, or at least got like hovering near the ground where you guys can step back on.
I'm immediately, like, going to the infirmary, pushing through, kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Leaving Brom, like, his own moment of semblance alone if he wants.
I will say, Brom, one of the first things you do see as you hop back on is um, one of the main loading areas that you kind of enter through. They're like storage bays for where a lot of equipment, supplies, crates, and like where the a lot of like the steam carts and other equipment have been kept for the trip.
Yeah.
Um, but you can see resting up against a crate with the upper half of like the upper part of it covered in a cloth. You see the body of uh, the individual with uh, the golden armor laying on the ground.
As Rom sort of kind of picks himself up, and he makes his way over to the body. As I think he's going to begin to slowly kind of remove the armor off of it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Are you just removing what was K's or what was all the armor?
Probably just the breastplate, which he would
Yeah,
have recognized to have been Kate's.
because you see a breastplate and like the pauldrons as well as one of the gauntlets.
Mhm.
Those appear to be Cade's, minus the emblem that normally would rest kind of like as the I don't know their formal name, but the piece that that goes right over the pauldron and the chestplate. Uh, Functional role is to act as a blocker for the groove there. Uh, but that was where his emblem that the uh, that Evelyn, the archwitch, or the
Oh, the
archwitch
little
mage,
round connector piece. I guess.
yeah, um,
Mhm.
that emblem is the one that she showed you before to prove they had him.
I see.
Just out of curiosity,
Mhm.
would the Paragon be floating around anywhere? In,
Um,
like, my space, I mean, while I'm coming back onto the ship.
you haven't seen her yet.
Goose?
Um,
Duck,
you
duck.
hopped off the ship. I'll say that you passed by Goose as you were hopping on the ship. Either if you want to like told her to follow
Just
along
quick
or
passing of words.
yeah.
Um, right. Um, I didn't grab the head of that thing. Or that man.
Do you want me to send someone to go pick it up?
Probably for the best. I don't know who he was, and we can find out that way.
Very well. As yeah, she'll send a scout to go pick it up as the ship kind of stay as they start to actually like land the ship again for a minute.
I
Uh,
almost forgot, Riz.
hey, don't worry. Uh, uh, uh,
Right. the luck of whether it's actually still there or not.
Who knows?
I know.
Um, but yeah, so you run your way to the infirmary. Uh, uh, Here, I'll put you guys onto the ship map. It's here somewhere. There it is. Ba-ba-da. That way you can at least just use it as a visual. People are already there. Drackle's already in the medical bay.
Oh hey.
Wow.
Goose will be back like here. But yeah, hmm?
Where am I? No.
Loading bay B is where you would have hopped on.
Gotcha.
Let me just remove Jade real quick because he ain't here right now.
You sure
That's when
about
Jade
that?
reveals he can split his body into multiple pieces.
It's called
He's
my
been
toad.
here the whole time. And Ryanford is all the way up at Paragon's room, so I'll quickly. There you are, medical wing. Yeah, as you rush your way through the ship over to the medical wing, it's pretty empty in here right now, as most of the ship has otherwise, beyond you guys, was staying aboard for the time being. Inside is just the doctor aboard, or the medic, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Like sitting at a desk near the back as you run in with Grackle in your arms.
Right. Do you have an empty bed?
Plenty. Set him on any of them.
I sit him down quickly and say, right, he suffered some sort of severe injury to the head, but somehow sutured it to himself? I don't know.
All right, here, I'll come take a look.
His pulse is faint. I tried healing him, but he hasn't come to consciousness yet.
You see the doctor come over, or the medic come over, and she starts to look over him. Yeah, you see her look over him and go, yes, this definitely sustained a wound to the head. Is this one a caster? A mage?
Well, originally when we met him, he wasn't, but I've seen him do a few things.
All right, so could have been definitely some kind of magic stitched this back up.
We were just
Oh,
dealing with two gods at the same time, so maybe one took pity. I doubt it, though. She didn't seem in the pitiful mood.
maybe. Wait, what?
Right, that'll probably be part of a debriefing here soon.
Yes, I'll just wait till I get the report on that. In the meantime, I can keep an eye on him, try and patch up any remaining wounds, but uh, until we know further what this is, best we can use is time.
Right. Well, like, very looking like wants to be able to do something, tapping his knees and like... Right, I need to calm down. You wouldn't happen to have any calming anything, would you?
You see her go back to the desk she was just at for a moment. Like, tip up the front page of a book she was on, grab something, and toss you a flask.
It's just like a moment of looking at it, then looking at her. Right, everyone's remedy. And I'll take a shot of it.
Extremely strong.
You've been doing this for some time.
It's good to have a stock for when we run out of rubbing alcohol.
Right.
Also, when we run out of sedatives.
Oh, right. I leave my friend here in your care. So might I have your name?
I actually have her name.
Wait, fuck, I'm supposed to be writing notes. I put my book down when I started talking.
uh,
That's so real. I've been doing the same thing, bro.
Yeah, I was just like, I was really just like fucking around with like a thing, and I was like, why are my hands busy? I looked over at my bed where like I set down my notebook. I was like, shit, I was supposed to be writing notes.
uh, she'll look. She looks back to you, Reinfer, and says, "The name's Medical Lieutenant Kendala Main."
So Lieutenant Main, right? Would be the
Yeah.
proper address there.
That's the formal one, yeah.
Right. Thank you, Lieutenant Main. Or would you prefer another title?
You can just call me Kenny.
Right, Kenny. I am Reinbert Thornikoff. I am sorry to cause you more trouble.
It's my job.
I just wish he had listened to me.
You can't save all of them.
Honestly, the type of person Reinbert is, he's gonna wait with Grackle. Right, well, I will be here.
Yeah, you'll be there while she runs some like basic tests on him. Like she's using various devices to, check Grackle's blood pressure, his heartbeat, uh, doing just a full diagnostic on him, taking a report on the matter.
Shit. Well, I just thought of like Reinbert just has an epiphany. Fuck, I have responsibilities right real quick. I'm gonna run out of the room to go back to meet back up with Brom.
While you were in there, though, Brom,
Hello.
you were taking off the armor, correct?
Yes, he was.
Um, would you uh roll me a would you like to roll me an investigation while you're doing that?
Sure, yeah, I can. Um, could I do perception instead, just see just kind of what he notices, or
I'll
I
allow.
don't. I don't see him kind of particularly like looking for anything on this body. I think he's just kind of trying to get the armor off of it.
Gotcha, yeah. Then go ahead.
It doesn't matter anyways.
Really focused on that
Man,
armor.
yeah, that's some armor right there. Yeah, no, you just focus entirely on the armor. Uh, you're barely even aware that it's a body that was in here.
Barely.
More, you're just focused on reminiscing over your memories while you look at the familiar suit of armor. As you pull off the chest plate and remove the gauntlets, the chest plate a bit hard to take off as like rigor mortis has started to set in.
Damn. Sorry, yawn hit me as soon as I was about to respond to that.
All good.
Has yeah, no, damn that one. is he just kind of gets or tries at least to get the armor off. Sorry, brain absolutely dead right now.
He's
you're all
starting to
good.
fall for my sleep spell.
Yeah, no, actually, I've been fully nodding off, like in and out, and I wanted to get up and I was like, I could go make something to like eat, but I was like, but I can't miss this, and it's been like that for like the whole session.
Do we want to take a minute and do stretch? Go do stuff for a sec?
I should be good for right now.
We'll
But
get
we
through
can,
the scene at least.
yeah, we'll get to the scene and then. Thank you.
Okay.
As he sort of is like trying to get the armor off. Why do you have to make things so difficult, even in death?
After
Just starts talking to him.
yeah,
Sorry.
after a couple minutes though, you do manage to pop the armor off. All the pieces that belong to Kate at the very least.
As I think with that, he's going to go ahead and he's going to sort of take the armor. I think he's going to go place it in his quarters.
Yeah, you grab all the armor pieces, leaving the body behind. As you head back to your room.
I'm guessing that would probably lead to like a bumping in the halls with me.
Honestly, not really, because the medical bay in your guys' room are an exact size of the.
Oh no, I was thinking in the sense of like he would be coming here next, yeah? After dropping off the armor, because he literally just dropped himself at the door.
Oh, would you look at that? Yeah. He probably was going to go ahead and check on Crackle afterwards.
I just had seen you drop the token. That's the only reason I said that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because just reminder since that you were in the loading. You'd go to the
I'll go with
stairs.
whatever you decide. I'm not like. I don't care if you're technical about it. Just happenstance about it. Go for
You know,
whatever.
I was just saying, like, you'd go up there. I was just making sure that it wasn't. I
Like, you
misunderstood
weren't
because
going to bump into me in the hall on the way
yeah,
there.
like you won't catch him carrying the armor.
No, don't care about that either way.
I will say, are you going to meet him back at the wing after you drop off the armor, or?
I think he was probably going to go ahead and he was going to make his way over there, just to check on Crackle and see how things are.
Yeah. So yeah, right. But as you're kind of getting up, the door opens and Brom steps in.
Oh, right. Already done then. Yes?
Done with what?
Well, when I last saw you, you were picking up the body.
Oh, yes. Got the
Right, I'm sorry, that's all I could salvage of it.
No, you're fine. All I needed, really.
Hopefully that lieutenant can get Cade's helmet and bring it back.
Oh, I don't think he was wearing Kate's helmet, fortunately.
Hmm?
Funny enough, I don't
What
even
do you
think he
mean?
wore a helmet.
Oh, right, misconception.
In any event, thank
It
you
was
for
just a chess piece, I know that out of game, but Rhympert wouldn't, you know what I mean?
that. How's he doing? He said he looks so
He's
frazzled.
alive. That's first and foremost.
At every
Yeah.
given moment, the urge to sing The Lion's Sleep Tonight is just a whim away. A whim away, a whim away, a whim away,
Magic
a
missile.
whim away.
Oh, hey. Oh.
I need 2 failed death saves and a hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. Let me.
Rocks fall, the airship crashes.
Right. So he's not actually awake, right?
No, not
Okay, just
slightest.
double checking. I say, right, why don't you stay with him and Doctor, sorry, Lieutenant Lane or Main, and I will see about debriefing and all the paperwork.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm not really good with that paper stuff, anyways. Cuts me all the time, you know.
Today feels like a paper cut.
Mm.
Right. Uh, I literally just not really thinking about it. Go up, hug Brom, and then walk out the room.
Oh, and
Hmm.
you can also mention at the debrief. I met her daughter, and he gave me a task. He told me to go fight the Paragon of, well, him. So he seems to be in full support of me with you guys. So that's a good sign.
Right. Wait. So you're telling me one of our enemies is the Paragon of Hilatl?
Oh yeah, big time. That's the one responsible for the storm over the capital of Aristock. The one that doesn't go away.
Right. Right. Okay. I will get it taken care of.
Mhm. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go
Thank you.
beat that guy up.
Oh, I intend to make sure that one day you can go one-on-one with him. How's that sound?
Sounds pretty good to me.
Uh, the forearm shake with you before I peace out.
Yeah, right.
Um,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The fucking
Yeah.
predator handshake.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. That's that one. As
um,
kind of takes it.
They shake all four arms.
Mhm.
Yep.
uh, since Goose was probably sending a guy out, I'll probably make my way back out to get the body and then see about taking it to the Paragon because we need to talk.
Yeah, the body is still in the low. Uh, uh,
Right. Do you want me to do an investigation of it?
on the body.
Yes,
Are you investigating the body?
I wanted to. Yeah.
Go ahead then.
Okay. It was something I wanted to do, but I also found its importance to be
What are you
second
looking
to
at
all the
yourself?
things.
What are you looking for yourself? I'll ask.
So he definitely has already stripped the armor. I'm just inspecting this guy's gear for insignias or like a book of any kind that kept like a journal or any kind of information I can gather off of him.
Gotcha.
I'm not really in this for magic items go burr, but I wouldn't mind finding one. Wink, wink.
Go ahead and roll.
Right. 27. I
Uh,
almost did it again. Holy shit.
rooting through the body, uh, kind of like checking it over. What is here? Um, other with Cade's armor removed, a lot of the rest looks like scrap pieces. Nothing is in great condition. Um, he wears heavier armor than most Aristocians you've seen before, as most wear like furs and hide and um, but his appears to be uh, he appears to be wearing at least plate over what remains, so the the legs and the other arm. Uh,
Right, pieces of plate then.
uh,
I do want to collect it still.
yeah.
But can I tell what race he is?
Um, humanoid, from what you can tell, it's hard to make out too many details without a head. Uh,
Yeah, but his skin
he's
is like pale human or
uh, it's a he could be human. He could be some variety of elf. Like anything that is mostly indistinguishable body wise from a human. So
okay,
human,
got it.
elf could go into the more obscure. He could be Kalashtar. He could be like
Right. He is a pale skinned person though.
uh
Okay.
a bit of a tan to it, but otherwise yes.
Right. Okay, then like I said, I collect his body and start hauling it off towards the um office, unless the guy has come back, unless like whoever Goose sent out has already come back up into this loading area.
No, you've yet to see any like search party return.
Okay,
Um,
right.
you can assume it'll probably take a minute, as they would be given instructions to sweep the whole place
Right.
while they have the chance. Now that threats have been cleared out. Uh, they're also those ones are also going to take time to root through all the orcs' bodies and all that.
As
Um,
in the other mercenary groups that are venturing parties are going to take all the loot. Got it.
no, as in the Arentian scouts are going to gather all the supplies.
Oh, I thought they had sent out the other two, like the Soul Searcher and the Book Wyverns.
I believe those ones went with the other group.
Oh, so all the mercenary groups went with the other group.
Not
Got it.
all of them, but you guys still have. Um, I believe the ones that are with you guys are.
I believe they
I
have
have
like
one in
one
it.
of the navigational squads.
You
Yeah,
sent
you
the
guys.
Fire Spitters, the Book Wyverns,
Wyverns.
and Soul Searchers.
And the Scotch Hoppers.
So we still have the Lost Tourists.
Yeah, you guys have the navigators because they had the scouts, which is the tourists. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, you guys still had the Scotch Hopper, or you guys still had the Soul Searchers. No, the Soul Searchers is scout. Which one am I thinking of? Sorry, no, they had Soul Searchers. You guys still have Lost Tourists. Uh, they took Book Wyverns and that. Yeah. So there's only a couple still with you guys. Um, none of which you guys at least don't have the scouts. I'll say that.
Since
I
we
believe.
are able to be landed and like nothing else is raining hell on our heads for right now, this is an out of game question. Would we be able to actually go back and like investigate more of the site?
Uh, you could if you want, but you're going to have to stay on the ship at least for bit still, just in the sense that if you try and run off, Goose is going to need to.
Oh no, no, that's not. That's why I'm asking it out of game. It's not like I went like Rhymeford leaves again and gets his ass whooped by Goose. Um, no, I want to do a debriefing probably, and then maybe see about doing that. Is all I was going to say.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, no, but in the meantime, though, you uh, uh go over the body, and again, though, armor has the loose pieces. Um, he doesn't really seem to have any like personal items on him. Uh, like you didn't see any bag on him, but he might have had something back where he was before.
Right.
At the site, his sword dropped when you were fighting him. Um, and otherwise, though, there doesn't seem to be much here. Uh, I'll say with a 27 investigation, you do notice that kind of there almost seems to be like how would I describe it? Well, like you see the marks on his body as though he had a like surgery performed on him before,
Hmm.
like some stitches kind of around his uh, chest side area.
Hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, not much to really find on the body.
Okay, off to see the Paragon in her office.
A
Uh,
wonderful paragon
You know,
are
of
you
obviously,
bringing
fun.
the
there's
body
not a
with
lot
you?
to see on the body because I noticed and grabbed all of it with my incredible perception roll.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, I grabbed the whole body and I take it with me.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Uh,
Dragging the whole body throughout. the
Ain't
fucking thing.
dragging, I'm carrying.
so yeah, blood
But
soaks the entire ship.
um, okay, maybe not that then. Okay, is he just drenching in blood? Like I figured, like laying on the outside for a while. Also the rain. He's
Well,
still
you cut
leaking.
off his head. He then picked him up and ran with it to the ship.
I
S-
didn't cut off his head.
That was me. Thank you.
you as a collective.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't
You
litter blood across
derogatory.
the body.
You
Okay,
I will
I
say,
will. I will
I'll put it
take
this way,
the
there
time to
is
remove.
still like blood, like dripping. It's not like pouring out, but like it's still an open. It's still a guy with his head cut off.
I will
Uh,
take time to remove the pieces of plate in the pauldron.
yeah, you remove like the greaves and the remaining gauntlet from the body. Uh, just setting those aside, for now, or
Yeah.
yeah, underneath is very simple padding.
Okay. I leave him laying in that, and then I will go see the Paragon.
Yeah, you uh, head back over to the Paragon, to her office. Inside, as
Sorry,
you
just going to leave these right here by the door. As I drop the pile of like plate extras next to the door.
to her office or to the
Yeah,
where the
well,
bank.
right. I'm not. I'm taking it with me, but because her office would be on the way of me going back to our room, so I just take it with me and drop it off next to the door for a minute while I go in to
You
talk.
you just drop the armor like nearby one of the elite guards, who takes like a glance at it and then just silently stares back at you as you're led into the room.
Paragon.
Yes.
Uh, things, as per usual, went very complicated.
Yes, Goose has been filling me in.
Goose is like standing right there.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
right. Hi, Goose.
hello, Reinbert.
Uh, I have more information. A couple things. Well, what have you already told the Paragon?
I filled her in on the journey up, the altercation, both of the altercations up on the mountaintop, and what we have learned about the eternal storm from this endeavor.
Right, and I've got two, three, two, two. The third one is kind of meh, but I'll tell you either way. But the two main ones. So I don't know what it is or how it came to be, but Brom met her Erlotl on the top of that mountain. And he has been offered a task by the god.
The task being?
To kill the paragon of Erlotl.
I will note when you said to kill the paragon, you saw Goose like put a hand on their blade for a moment.
Of Erlotl. Of Erlotl.
It
And
was
the
like
hand
like
slowly
hand
goes
from her side just raised up a little as you started to say that. Uh,
Right.
single
Sorry.
eyebrow raises like the rocks.
I should have said the Erlotl's to kill, to fight Erlotl's paragon. It seems like a sort of bout rather than something the rest of us could get involved in. I'm not sure. The way he put it is it's a challenge.
well, I'll make sure
But
to talk to Brom later to get the details straight from the source.
right, but what from what he has told me, I asked him, does that mean they are our enemy? And he said yes. I think the well, Erlatos Paragon has been working with the Aristokians.
Roll me an insight.
Is that for what I just said, or
Well, you just said, yeah. 15? Neither one seems. You can't really ever tell much from the Paragon being masked and all that. But Goose does not seem surprised by this information.
right? You already knew this.
We'd have sources that have suggested as such.
I mean, but this is just full confirmation at this point, I'd say. But I mean, I kind of figured something like that would be the case when, Child of Erlotl is helping the enemy.
That one is honestly the more surprising detail.
Why would. How would. How do you get a god to do what you want them to? Like that. Especially one that is a child of Erlotl. Erlotl is such a free-spirited god, I never could have imagined. Why is that funny, Clay? Why is it funny?
Don't
You
mind
mean-
me. Keep talking.
No. Why is it funny, Clay?
This is my thoughts. Go away.
Okay, sure. Anyways,
I literally know nothing. I will tell you this in sincere honesty. I know nothing. This is just my brain.
I've learned not to believe you on those sort of things.
I can
Anyways.
back them up. I don't know why they're laughing. Anyways,
Listen, I don't really. My brain thinks that Herlotl is scary.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope so. I tried to make him scary.
Free-spirited doesn't mean they're not scary, Clay.
Anyway, keep
It means he
talking.
does what he
Ignore me.
wants.
Ignore me. Keep talking.
No, I know. I'm
Um,
having a conversation, Rez.
yeah,
You're
in
right.
the middle of
Never mind.
game.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Continue.
Goose will respond back and say, best reasoning I can think of is that they're not true gods.
By the way, Raz,
Hmm.
the full backstory for the guy is in his character sheet now.
Cool.
Okay,
No one
Oh, wow.
cares.
shut
anyways.
up.
Paragon will chime in and say, from my understanding, they would have more freedom and choice just to the fact of their, children of a god, but they're not necessarily gods.
Right, but what are they then?
Spirits?
Like elementals.
Close to. More like the essence of.
Right, okay.
They're like avatars of the wind.
So they have someone powerful enough to keep an avatar imprisoned for some time to then. Well, I mean, it was more of a containment, like a focusing of her power. Is that what that was?
Best I could tell is that's what it was. It more in the sense that was the magic they seemed to be doing was less of a binding to that space and more of maintaining a mortal form.
Right.
Where, after all, even the gods themselves are said to arrive in mortal form now and again. But for the most part, they are beings of their domain.
Mhm. Uh, he's going to say, right. Well, either way, the second thing has me thrown off. But well, you've heard of the condition that Grackle's in, yes?
Hmm? Well, he ran off the ship, so how is he
Right.
looking?
He's in bad shape, but he's alive. That's the biggest thing. But I don't know how he is. The severity of his injury looked to be near fatal at least, and then something else healed him before I even got to him. It definitely wasn't a problem, but something intervened.
And why do you think something intervened?
There were stitches in his forehead, some kind of ethereal thread. But if he got that kind of injury, how could he do it himself?
I've seen my fair share of battlefields. You'd be surprised what people can stay calm through, at least for a while.
I've been there myself, but even still, I don't know. Right. Um, I wanted to ask permission to, um, go off the ship and take a look at some of the things around the site again, if we're going to be staying here and doing a sweep.
Uh, be quick about it.
Right. Mostly I'm just after whoever that was his belongings and seeing if I can find anything that he took record of. Or, well, just anything, really. Even talking with him turned out to be such a joke.
My men should be sweeping the area as we speak for anything that was left behind. But feel free to assist in the search.
I'll nod. Um, for for now, bleh, for now, bleh, that was awful. Anyways, for now, I would like to see about going uh by myself. Would you make sure Brom stays here? I don't need him separated again.
I won't suggest it to him, but I cannot control whether he wishes to join you or not.
Mm, I'll stop by and talk with him then. Right. Thank you. Sorry for again, just a mess. I hope we at least find something here that really serves a purpose. And on his behalf, you two probably have already been discussing the factor of Cade's armor, yes?
What? We were getting to that.
Right. Um. hmm. Paragon, do you mind going to the infirmary with me?
Very well.
Um, Goose, if you'd like to as well.
You go ahead. I'll catch up there in a little while to to share records with the doctor of what I can tell her of the event. Bruh. Uh, as
Oh, wait. She's going to go talk to the doctor.
no, she said I'll catch up with you. I'll have to go there later to share
Oh, so
or
yeah, got it.
like
Okay.
to compare records with the doctor. Get a summary of injury, damage, all that.
Okay. Yeah. Um, on the way, I'm just pointing out to the Paragon about the guy having stitches in his body. If she would like to examine that at some point, I'd highly suggest it. Not sure what kind of surgery he had, but she's more of an expert when it comes to people meddling with people's bodies.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Um, and then like that's just our walking conversation, if you want.
Cool. Yeah. Otherwise, though, you make it to the medical bay in not too long, like in a couple of minutes.
That was the third thing, by the way, Res. That's all I was saying.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh,
Brom, how's he doing?
good question. How's he doing?
He's still
Just
asleep.
Brom pokes him in the side of the face.
About the same as the last time you were here. No signs of waking up.
Right. Step out into the hall for a second.
Sure, yeah.
Right, with the two of them, I'm going to just go ahead and be pretty blunt and be like, right, Brom, you should probably talk to them about the involvement with Cade. And also, Erlato.
Oh.
I'm going to go see about what I can find further evidence of. I want you to stay here and talk with them, with the
Sure.
Paragon. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll tell him about everything.
Right. Thank you both. I am heading out.
And by the way, speaking about Erlato, I don't know if you remember, but I gave you two little shots of a weapon. How's that coming along?
Right, the shorts. It's something we'll have to. Well, I got some breakthroughs before we got here, but right now I'm a bit fuzzy on what to tell you. I just. They're not quite finished. Once we arrive in the Great Ruins, I should have something for you.
Yeah, oh good. I just wanted to double check on that. Okay, yeah.
Rez,
Hey.
we did decide that thing does count, right? Not to say what that thing is, but
I'm still hesitant to say yes, but I said yes, so I'll stick to that.
okay. It's
I just
fine if
spilled
you
water
don't.
everywhere.
That's why I was double checking. But if you're hesitant, I
I'm
get it.
drinking Taiwanese banana milk, bro.
Like I know I was like I thought her.
Hey Rez, if it matters, I could at least send you a message. Hold on. No, you know what? I'm not pushing my luck. Let me just shut up before I get myself into more trouble.
Yeah, try it, Jacob. See how it goes for you.
Jacob,
Go
you should
on, send the
totally do it.
message.
Send the
Nope,
message
nope.
right now.
I'm just
Go
gonna-
on,
You can make
tell
it
us.
awesome.
Speak your mind.
Look, at least what I was going to say is at least the very first roll of this session that I made was also net 20.
Hey man, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
Woohoo! You want
you're-
to keep bragging about it? We'll see how that goes for you, huh?
No, that's why I said I'm shutting the fuck up and moving on.
I'm
with
just
my
saying, you're literally in the medical room with a sheer testament to what pushing your luck can get you.
My last two
Don't make-
rolls have been
Don't make
natural
me
one.
kick your crackle. I know what your spark is.
I know what you're thinking under there.
Right. I run ahead and just like exit the scene.
And I'll go ahead and spill the beans about stuff to the to Goose and the Paragon.
Well, it's just the Paragon for now, but
Oh,
yeah.
never mind, to just the Paragon.
Goose will come over later and just ask you for side of the story, but do you want to play that scene or do you want to just
I think it should be good to just go ahead and just say that I relay a lot of the information.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, we can do that then. You share the story of what happened. The situation as it is.
yeah, no, sorry, I'm like, I don't know what, I'm super eepy. Maybe it's all the blood loss from today.
Ah,
Go get some food.
Oh yeah, no, it's because I got my tattoo at 4 or so, and that took a couple of hours. Um,
I've
Focus on
got you.
food.
I've got you on this conversation. Big Boomy Sky Dad finally came to visit me.
yes,
Brought
Storm
home
Daddy
milk
came
and
down
seeds.
and gave me a divine task, but in a super menacing way.
Dad said I better do my homework.
The homework
Uh,
being beating up someone else.
to let Rain do something to wake up and to and to since it's pretty far through, we will take a quick 10-minute break. Uh,
Yippee!
10 minutes from now, try and be back so we can get started again.
So, I don't really feel like that's of importance to
Why does
me.
it sound like you're speaking through a tube?
He
Who?
is.
You, Jacob.
Totally too
Me?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Like, you just
What
kind of
was
sound
up
like the
with that?
ASMR guy.
Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to make my way back through probably. This is the campground mainly, right? Like up front.
That's where a lot of the orcs were standing around, camped out.
Have they already stripped the bodies as I kind of walk through?
Most of the bodies, I will say, are piled up. I'll say that they've started kind of piling the bodies in, off to the side over here.
Okay. I approach just the first officer there and go, right, have you all already gathered the belongings of those in the side?
Anything of worth we could find, but they didn't seem to really have much on them.
What about from like places they were sleeping or anything like that?
We've looked around, but again, nothing really of interest. Hunting equipment, furs, pelts.
Hmm. What about the belongings of that one individual? Did you all find his head?
Which individual?
The one we cut the head off of. It should have been a head laying near the main site where the child of Ferlata was.
I haven't seen one yet, but you might want to ask the others.
Right, thank you. Make my way into the grounds, up into here. I'll go ask this guy.
Yeah, you see him kind of looking around at the center where the storm began. You see it's kind of like the ground is cracked inwards, and he's just checking out the damages and what remains of any magic in the area.
Same questions.
For what he's found otherwise, again, he kind of says nothing much of interest just yet. Uh, as he said, as when you get to the question about the head, he goes, "I haven't seen anything like that."
Uh, Insight?
Go ahead.
23.
She seems honest.
Right. And you didn't see anyone else out here before you all came through?
Yet to see anything on our end?
Hmm. Right.
Uh,
I'm looking at different areas real quick. Right. Joining in their investigation, basically, I want to see if I can find anything hidden. I'm looking through the different parts of the ruins, looking for any kind of hidden places that people might have stashed their stuff or things like that.
Gotcha. Feel free, since you basically have people doing the health action equivalent. Feel free to roll with advantage.
Ooh,
Are
thank you.
you? I'll say first. I'll ask for um, basically for what you're rolling right now. It'll be the uh, like
Like, give you
uh,
an area.
it's like you're currently searching here, like this main hall.
Okay, so
If you want
that's
to check
my
the other
first
places,
one
it'll be if you want to check the other places, it'll be another roll. But
here. Okay. Main hall is first. Is it
19.
19?
Um, yeah, no, you see the remains of the battlefield, or um, the uh, bodies of the orcs have all been dragged away inside.
There's a clear blood splatter where Brom had chopped off the head of the guy, right?
There is a clear blood splatter, but it's more of just a bigger pool of blood compared to the rest. In
Right.
that,
But it's
like,
where the guy got decapitated.
yeah, but leading up to it, like, Goose did some serious damage to the orcs heading upwards.
Hmm.
Like, they still bled out as well. So there's still plenty of pools leading up. It's just the one from the one where you can see he is like thicker. Otherwise, though, there's it's not like his is the only blood spot.
And does my investigation also turn anything up at all, or?
Um, you look around the uh hold on. Uh to that in a sec.
Take your
But
time.
you no worries. You look around the area where the uh, wind wind spirit was, the daughter of Elotl. Um, the magic seals have been uh, destroyed with the crater that is around them. You still have the picture drawn from before, but uh, like the actual symbols themselves are beyond recognition from the destruction of the storm.
I know I forgot to do this in the amalgamation of things, but could I have given that drawing over to the Paragon earlier?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
You left behind that page, or your even if you wanted your whole notebook, or however it is back in her office.
Not my whole notebook. Not my whole notebook,
Yeah.
Chris.
Then you ripped out the page and you
Yeah, yeah, I ripped out the page. Anyways, no one touched my shit. Right. So, okay. After investigating this area, I'll make my way into the separate rooms. Probably start over here.
yeah, we can just
Right-hand
do that
side.
whole right side then for another roll.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Natural.
I'm going to apply that to both side wings.
Okay.
Because you root around and there doesn't really seem to be in these. They're much worse shape than uh other spots are.
Could I have included another question here as well? Like, what was this place as well? Just like as a,
I'll allow that, yeah. Like rooting around in the side rooms, you find like nothing complete, but uh, like little scraps of old tapestries and um, like the remains of like you find like some chiseled stone from a statue that is no longer uh like in sight in the room you find it in.
Mhm.
Like it's fallen off the cliff or whatnot. But
like
between
I peer over the edge and I can see bits of the building still like among the vines and things like that.
yeah, like down below, because there's like sheer drops around here, um,
Mhm.
down over the edges. But like you can look down and you can see that like there's a part of the wall down, like at different parts throughout the cliff face down. Um, like so you can assume that parts of these statues fell down there, or have just eroded away from rain. But uh, what remains, you can tell that there was some sort of like unified uh, cause here, as the banners, what remains of them, all share a similar insignia. Um,
So similar to the Pantheon, except with just one faction rather than multiple.
it could you basically see that this is perhaps a church, perhaps a faction's base. Um, I will say, if you want to give me either a history or religion check advantage.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll say I'm like discussing it with one of the guards as we kind of walk around.
mhm,
It was still only a 14 for religion.
14. And you did religion?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I thought maybe religious purposes, because I, do you want me to make a separate history check, or was that a either or?
uh, if you want to make another one as well, feel free.
27.
27. With your history, um, you can tell that this isn't of a construction you've really seen before. Um, like it's similar to the other ruins you've seen around Grand Ruins, but doesn't really fit with their architectural style. Um,
With me being an artificer and I'm definitely taking depictions of some of the similarities, like symbology and things like that.
mm, um, yeah, it's like there's some like the symbology. None of it is complete or anything, but you can kind of piece together details of it. Um, this temple was definitely constructed by a group uh, related to but separate from the rest of the ruins that you find throughout the Grand Ruins. In that the construction is different in style and uh, methodology, but it still shares enough similarities that you can tell they related in a sense. Um,
Okay.
for the
I think
religion,
I'm
though,
gonna.
uh,
Oh,
I'll just
good.
say between the history and the religion, though, you can tell that does seem to be something more religious in nature. You just don't know to whom or what.
Right. I think one thing I'm definitely going to express with like the group out of game real quick. Please do not let me forget that when we get to the actual city to try to make a comparison to records with this shit. Telling that to the note takers so I don't forget.
Don't
Do you
remember
know
to fix his notes.
Got it. Fix
Uh-huh.
your notes once you get back to the city.
You know what? That'll be enough of a reminder, sure. Right.
Fix.
So that leaves the lower area to be looked through, right?
Yeah, an
Equally
investigation through
clear.
the lower buildings and the pile of orc bodies.
Right. Okay. Dirty
Dirty
20.
20. Um, digging through uh the rooms down here, you find like there. I will say between the buildings and the area where you don't see them, but imagine some like tents set up in the area. Uh, just a couple, but you find like some sleeping bags, some hunting supplies, both like some snares and weapons. Uh, you find all sorts of little uh, trinkets that people have made, like the war drum that one of them was carrying before, and um, a little whittled sculpture, just a tiny little like trinket one of them had worked on, carved out of a deer horn or a deer antler.
I would like to take those, if that's okay.
Sure. The war drum is like it definitely takes up an arm to carry
Mm-hmm. That's
because
fine.
um, But as you kind of look through all the orcs' bodies and whatnot, um,
Oh, I'm not rolling separate for that.
if you want to roll separate, go ahead.
No, I'm fine with it. I just was wondering.
Hey, you could do better than a dirty 20. You never know.
I think I'm okay with my 30-20 if you're
Cool.
okay with it.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's maybe because there wasn't much to really find in the tents.
Mhm.
Um, but as you kind of dig through the bodies, looking over them, basically checking, like seeing one again, looking for the head, and checking the bodies of these orcs to see if they had
The head
anything else.
and any kind of anything that looked like it didn't belong to orcs as well.
Mhm. Um, like you check the uh, orcs' bodies, and most of them are just carrying the weapons they had before, like, and the armor and like the furs that they were wearing when you fought them. Uh, None really carrying bags or uh, personal items. All of those were just left in tents with where they're like bags with water skins and uh, like all those personal items I mentioned. Those were all just back in the tents. But on the bodies, you dig around, and there is one thing that catches your eye. Well, two. The
Mhm.
first thing, more obviously, is that you don't see the head anywhere.
Mhm.
Um, which you'd think it would stand out because a golden helmet.
Yeah.
Even if one of the soldiers that you've seen here was carrying it, you can't really tuck that away easily.
Mhm.
Um, but the other thing you notice when you get here is that the body of the orcs, you look them over and you see the wounds that you did at, through each of them. The slashes of Goose killing a bunch of them. The uh, impact, like the impact from your thunder gauntlets in another. But then you notice the chief who you guys, if you remember, left alive uh, during the fight.
Mhm.
Uh, Most obviously, you do see the wounds of like burning on him of from the storm.
Right.
Um, but notably as well, when you look him over, um, there is a puncture wound that goes through his head,
What?
as though something were stabbed into him, uh,
From behind.
or the front. It goes clean through.
Um, does it look like it's made by a sword or something like smaller?
Give me a. It's a good check.
Medicine?
Yeah, medicine. That's a good one. That one
14.
wasn't with advantage.
Oh well. Okay, so
Uh,
didn't get a guard over to. Yeah, fair
I,
enough.
I have. It's more in the sense of
Yeah.
they're
No, go.
guards. I don't think they have medical assistance.
Right, but I can at least point this out, and
Yes.
somebody
Yeah.
else. We do have literally a Lieutenant Maine who can take a look at this.
She didn't
I'll
join
put
you
a
out here, but
note.
yeah.
No, but
Uh,
well, it's not like we aren't going to go back to the ship and be able to be like, "Hey, can you come check this out?" Like,
mm,
um,
um, I will say you caught from the guards. You can change. Like this, not isn't hard to say. Like
they were
just
going
get
to
the
burn the
doctor out here.
bodies.
Yeah, they were just piling
Yeah.
it up because it's a wound from a fight you guys got in.
I
Like,
literally. So the reason I took those trinkets as well is I said, "Let's not leave any band wounds behind," and I put the trinkets with like the pile of orcs' dead bodies to be burned with them.
gotcha.
Um, and then I look at one of the guards and say, Right, I found something interesting. Would you mind fetching Lieutenant Maine? There's a wound here that I don't understand why this orc took. Could you have her come examine this wound for me?"
Very well. One moment.
Thank you. While he's doing that, there is one thing I'd like to do. There's one more thing.
Mhm.
So there's 2 intact statues. Do
Um,
both of
on the
those
map, imagine them a lot more destroyed in reality.
right? But is there any way I could go ahead and do a further inspection directly with those 2 statues?
Sure. Are you trying just to inspect them for,
Who they
uh,
are, and trying to see if there's any kind of mechanisms or anything like that, just to see if there is a secret here with each of them.
if you're
But
looking for mechanisms, that'll be inspection. If you're looking for who they are, history or religion.
okay, so
More accurately, religion, I'd say.
let's do religion first. 18.
18. It's very hard to tell from the amount of destruction on them.
Do they look like her though? The woman that was here, uh, Erlado's daughter.
No, they do not.
Okay, so there is a
Uh,
clear distinction between the 2 at the very least.
yes. Like whereas the daughter-in-law was depicted like, or when you saw her, was very much an elemental in nature, not much more like attire. You can see the remains of clothing upon these statues.
Right. Okay. So there's that, and then I will go to the and oh right, I need to make the other roll.
No
Of course,
mechanisms you can
that's
find.
okay. Right. Um. Shoot. One thing. Right. I want to go back over here. Where am I? Oh, I'm already still over here. Right. I want to go to the center of the circle where she had been. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to uh kneel down in that spot, and I'm going to be thinking this to myself, but it's a sort of prayer. It's not really a prayer, as you'll find out here in a second, but it's mainly a uh it was Argustus, right? Argestus, right?
Close enough.
You want to clarify?
I have to re-find where my uh note on that was.
Close enough. Argestus.
Argestus.
Oh,
Argestus, yes.
I was right with the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start thinking. Right, Argestus. I'm sorry for the way things happened. As an apology, I'd like to leave this here as just a sort of recompense. We did not mean for this to cause you as much grievance as it did, and thank you for sparing Brom, even if you weren't able to spare Grackle with your wrath. And it is going to be. I'm going to leave her. The feather that I got off of the um majestic beast in the underground.
Okay. Um, roll me a d20.
Okay. Natural 1.
You set the feather down. Lightning strikes you from no.
Man, that still
Die
feels
immediately.
bad though. After all those good rolls to just that one.
You got cocky, kid.
That wasn't even a cocky thing. That was me just being nice. Oh,
No, but you got cocky with you saying you were getting good rolls early.
oh right. Well, to be fair, the roll before this one definitely wasn't, and neither was that 4. So, but uh, right. Um. hmm. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to do on the map before I go. Right, I will just make my way over to the bodies to meet with Lieutenant Maine.
It takes a few minutes for the medical lieutenant to come back, and to check it out. Because I have it right here, I might as well. Um, as once she finally manages to come over here and to check it out, uh, I'll still make her do a roll just in case. Cool. Um, as yeah, uh, she looks over the wound on the orc that I assume you.
Point out, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I would have probably pulled his body from the stack while I was over there, kind of deal.
yeah. You pull him from the stack. She starts to look over the wound. And will say that uh, from her diagnosis of it, or from her autopsy report, that the wound was made uh, posthumously, that he did die before the wound was, um, but that is a clean through wound, in that uh, although that seems like something uh, was something pierced through, uh, and seemingly went clean through, as there isn't really sign of it being pulled back out of the wound.
Right, so either an arrow or magic. As soon as he says magic, his eyes kind of go wide. Someone else was here. Rez,
Yeah.
I'd like to try to do a perception check to see if I can catch anything around us.
Uh, as like to catch any movement, or
Yeah.
go ahead.
16.
The only people you can see are yourself, the guards, and the doctor.
However, I'm going to look at the doctor and say, whispering to her, right, that means someone else was here and they weren't visible to us. Either they were at a great distance or something else, but there is still an enemy potentially nearby. One thing is if they were invisible, they could have maybe made their way onto the ship.
What do you suggest?
Hmm. I don't know. I think we need to get to Goose and see what she thinks. Right. We'll leave them here to do their work. Let's head back. I'm going to walk with her for sure. I ain't sending her by herself. Not her doctor.
Uh, Combat medic, but yeah. Uh, Close
This
enough to
our
the doctor.
combat medic, our healer.
But yeah, she'll head back to the ship, having completed the autopsy, while you were, doing another look around for
Well,
that.
no, I'm going with her, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, while you were kind of looking around for any other sign of person, she finished her autopsy, and then you both head out. Um, the remaining guards staying behind to
Do
burn the
what they
bodies,
do.
and yeah, uh, yeah, you make it back to the ship.
Right, heading straight for like. Right, has anyone seen Goose? Point me towards her.
Uh, you're directed to her pretty simply. Uh, this one. Goose will be in. It's like Goose's. We'll say
Laboratory.
Goose's. What?
She's
I'm
in
just
the
trying to say.
laboratory.
Yeah, that's where she was when I last had her.
Oh.
We'll say her like quarters, her own. Say it's down
Her
here.
own quarters. Okay. Where am I still on this?
You're down at the medical wing.
Right. There we go. Okay. After escorting the doctor back to the medical bay, I will have tapped on Brahm and said, "Come with me." Rain, you good, buddy?
That sounds
Rom
like a
does
good time.
not follow along. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
You good, Rain?
Oh, dang.
Did you
You
pass
good,
out?
buddy?
Yes, I took 1 minute of not eating noodles and immediately passed out.
Oh my god.
I still have like half noodle in bowl.
Are you good?
Consume noodle.
Do you need to go ahead and rest?
I'm munching on noodles.
But
Right.
you good noodles.
Anyways,
Um,
so
I think there. So basically, to cut it as short as possible for you, not that Brahm knows this yet, but basically, Reinpert suspects somebody potentially have snuck onto the ship because of evidence he found out in the field.
shit. We do have this.
But I came into the medical bay and was like, "Follow with me."
Touch you. As he says along.
So I will immediately go see Goose after that and go in and I say, "Right, do you have any ability to keep others from listening outside this room?"
You check if Goose does have any spells like that.
Honestly, that'd be a really cool one to have.
Well, silence.
Maybe like a little wand or
I
something.
would just silence you guys.
No,
Yeah,
you
it
silence
would
the
be.
doorways.
It would be really cool if Goose wasn't a battleman.
If
But
only we had like a
um,
wizard or something.
Crazy. Anyways,
right. I think the biggest thing is this. And I'm going to snap my fingers and cast Fairy Fire on the room.
cool. The
No
room,
figures pop up, right?
nothing that you can see.
Right. We might have glowed or something for a second, but like, I say, right. There might be someone on the ship. We found. Do you remember when we were fighting and the orc chieftain was next to us? He was still alive, yes?
Correct. More than likely died in the storm.
Right. He didn't just die because of the storm. Something or someone stabbed him through the head. The storm wouldn't have done that. I saw the marks from the storm. None of them were like that. And why would Elato's child purposely... Well, it's not like she was trying to directly kill the orcs. They worshipped them.
Do you have any idea?
I also tell her what the medical examiner found out about the mark.
And you think this is an invisible assailant?
I think there's a potentiality. Being able to do it myself, I think that's a potentiality of what I would do. If I was against my enemy, and I wanted more information, I'd sneak onto their ship and steal what I wanted from them. If I could get past their defenses.
So and how we're supposed to deal with an invisible spy person thing.
Ryan, I believe this has happened before. Do you not have a spell for seeing magic?
Uh, did I prepare see invisibility?
I was more saying, did you prepare detect magic?
I do have detect magic
Huh.
still.
It's a weird person-shaped blot of illusion magic over there.
Detect magic is just see invisibility, but like
but better.
better.
Right. What you're saying is we ought to be heavily reliant on me for this.
Sadly, we sent. Actually, no. It's like, well, I'm also going to contact the. Which ones was it? No, it was the. Hold on, it was the book wyverns are still with you guys. I think. Or was it?
Mhm.
Man, I
Book
got way too
wyverns
confused on
were-
who I sent with with
You
whom.
know, because book wyverns are with the other team because they might be able to come through the library stuff faster.
Right. We
Yeah.
have the lost tourists. That's who we have.
Yeah, we have
Right,
the
yeah.
lost tours for scouting reasons.
No, the lost tourists are the navigators. The scout, the scouts are the soul searchers.
Oh, we have
We
the
have the
soul.
soul searchers then.
I think you have both in the end.
We might have both.
Probably both.
It would make sense for us to have both.
Anyways, just sadly, the book wyverns were our magical units otherwise, so we'll have
Right,
to.
if only Grackle was awake. Hmm. I'm going to think for a bit. Right. I'll search the ship then. Will you, could you get one of the mercenary groups to kind of come in behind me and make an inspection of, like, the different areas and make sure everything is still where it belongs? Then I'll lead in, do the detect magic, search for any invisible intruder, and then they follow in with, what, examinations.
Just to ensure, you're saying here or upon the ruins?
As long as they're not on the ship, I mean, I just don't want to be carrying another intruder. We already discovered before that we have a mole. You'd said so yourself.
I don't think she ever said that.
Did we ever, or was it just Reinbert's paranoia?
That is also a thing.
I'm pretty sure that was just you guys saying it. Yeah, there was a potential for one, but you guys never confirmed if there was or not.
We jumped off the fucking ship.
We did do that.
I remember
There was
us
a you
saying-
guys were suspected of being moles because you jumped off the ship.
Wait,
After
we
saying,
were what? Hold on. Before any of this jumping off ship shit happened, okay, I thought we had already had it brought to our attention that there was a potential mole on board. No, that was my own antics. You're right. I'm remembering now.
yeah, it was your paranoia.
Me when I hear that someone did something stupid, the someone was definitely me.
Right.
Literally,
I'm going to
like,
go check the ship.
it's
If
one of
you
those
want
things
to.
of you're on the like you're doing a test and the teacher looks over your shoulder and says to read the questions very carefully to everyone.
Yeah, that.
Rez, I'm fully down for just skipping searching the ship for a mole if you want.
You search the ship. Goose sends a couple of units with you, but no matter what rooms you lock down or sweep through, you don't see any traces of magic beyond the like cores of the steamwalkers or
In that
the
time, that gives the outside team time to burn the bodies and make their way back to the ship, yeah?
correct. Yes,
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
you take to the
So-
skies.
I tell them that I wasn't able to find the head or the sword. I also
Uh,
pass any information about the ruins I can to the Paragon.
While you're rooting around, give me a D20 roll. 20,
On a 20, you'll what?
I'll tell you something.
Okay.
He's going not 20. So, oh well.
Nah.
Three.
Anyways, so you take to the skies again.
Are you going to? Were you actually going to tell me that? Oh no. I could have found them among the ruins. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I can't say yes or no because otherwise that nat 20
Oh,
list.
no.
I can't tell you what I was gonna tell you because you didn't get a nat 20. Anyways,
They're in the ruins. I was trying to speed it up because it's already time. It's like way past time, and Rain's sleepy. Rain, tell him how sleepy you are. Good answer. Being
so we'll
falling
end
asleep
session.
and not
We
paying
will
attention.
end session here though.
Me when I was not introduced.
Not yet. We're getting there.
I saw the.
I told
token
you you
and
might
I
have
was
to
like,
sit
"That
out
must
for a.
be a default Orange soldier."
Cool.
But okay, so out of game. Fuck, they were in the ruins, and I missed that. Of course. Oh,
Roll another d20 and it'll tell you something. This time, just get above a 10.
all
This
right,
time, just
cool.
get above a 10.
Hell yeah!
Hey,
Uh, Stop assuming your first idea is exactly the truth.
I
wait.
get Rypert's paranoid, but goddamn, this is a lot of paranoia.
Counter spell.
Counter.
Uh,
God damn.
right. So I should have searched the ruins again. I'm sorry.
That's-
I'm
Do I
kidding.
need to make you roll above a 10
It was a
again?
joke. It was a joke. Let me go ahead and just roll this 10.
Raz genuinely kills Jacob.
Oh man, don't get
It's,
to
the
tell me.
next one is literally going to be called "Jacob Dies and Doesn't Come Back." Like it's gonna be crazy.
What was it you were going to tell me on the 20?
I can't tell you. You didn't get a 20.
You know,
20!
Okay, got it.
kind of just
Okay.
ruins the whole point.
I made you roll for if I was going to tell you something or not, but I'm not giving you nothing if you didn't roll it.
Don't yell at me, Dad.
He's a man.
Especially not on a 3.
Just take the belt to me.
Nah. You
I'm
make
afraid-
yourself
I'm
suffer enough as
physical
is.
over emotional pain.
It's like, no. You enjoy the belch too much.
You inflict enough pain on yourself already with your speculating and panicking.
I know, but that's all emotional pain. Do physical instead.
No.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Stop it, Ray. You're supposed to be asleep.
Yeah.
At one of these points, the worst thing is as well is like it's paranoia from something you create.
I know.
I don't know. I don't think I could create this paranoia if I tried. It's like I'd be
I'm
like,
sad I like the skill to create this paranoia.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna be at one point I'm gonna be like, and this, you have an air of